Hello, what is up? Welcome back to Off the Record. I'm your host, Jordan Rance. It's good to be back. I'm terribly sorry for the week off last week, but listen, this week is a little different here, and I'm really excited to share this because, so working on some updates, working on some changes to the show, like new designs, everything like that. Stay tuned for that. I'm very excited, and just think of it as a show, like a revamp to the show. I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm just working on the tail end of things. But here's the thing: I did not want to miss another week of a podcast of the episodes. I said that weird. Anyways, whatever. I didn't want to miss another week. Right? I hate missing a week in general, right? So I thought that instead of just missing another week while I am still kind of figuring out the new design and everything like that, and I'm gonna, I'm not even gonna spoil it. Just stay tuned. A lot of exciting changes coming up. But as I'm kind of finishing up with that stuff, I have compiled a little best moments episode. So this will just go from episode 1 all the way to the last one, episode 21. And it'll just be a little clip from each one. I decided to go in order just so you can kind of see the progression as the show, and not only as me as a host, but just how the show has sort of evolved up until this point. So I really hope you enjoy it, and I'm not going to talk anymore. I'm going to keep this short and sweet, and we'll get right on into it. And I'll see you next week with brand new episodes of Off the Record with Jordan Rance. I also have another funny injury story, and my parents listening to this, particularly my stepdad, will get an absolute fucking rile up about this one. When I lost my eyebrow for a week. Yeah. Okay. Context. I was taking taekwondo classes, with my friend Brandon. And this was at the end of one of the classes. First off, like some context here. There was a very clear rule at the place that we went. Clear rule that stated, do not run in or out of the change room. I ran out of the change room as someone was running into the change room, and we fucking clashed heads, like headbutted each other. And another vivid thing, this is gonna sound so funny, but I remember being like, it's like I was like stunned or something like that, because I remember like being dizzy for a second, and like it's so funny because you can't see what I'm seeing, but I see it in my head right now. Of I bent over and I was looking at the ground. I was all dizzy and shit. Right? I don't even know how the fuck I was still on my feet. I was like dazing in and out type shit, right? And I remember, since I was bent down looking at the ground, like hunched over, I remember a drop of blood dripping from my head, like from my eyebrow area, and it hit the floor. And keep in mind, I was very dizzy at this point. I remember seeing the blood drop from my head to the floor. I don't remember what actually happened. Like, now come to think of it, like, what the fuck was bleeding? It wasn't anything crazy because I didn't have to get any like surgery or nothing like that. So it's not like my fucking head cracked open, but I don't know. It was maybe a cut or something like that. Backtracking a little bit to when I'd said I'd lost my eyebrow for a week, is And as funny as it sounds, I think that's actually what went on, because I didn't get these stitches, but they were like weird, like Band-Aid things that were like, they like kept my eye, like the not the eye, kept the eyebrow, like the cut closed essentially, so that it could like heal faster or something like that. I don't remember what it was. It wasn't stitches. I do remember that. It wasn't stitches. I don't remember what the things were. But yeah, in that time that I had those stitched things on, I am fairly certain that the eyebrow hair on my left eyebrow was gone. And that shit had to grow back.
I don't know. These muscle heads, as I call it, they can be really attitudey and
Oh,
possessive.
yeah. They have an ego for sure. They
Yeah.
let their muscles get like take control, we'll say.
Goes to their head.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to tell you something else. I don't even know what an ego is.
Oh, yeah. It's like when you're like
I have no idea what that is. Oh, is that what it is?
Like,
okay.
if you're like, so it's like a bad way of being confident, I'll say. So like, if I were to be like, oh, I'm so much better than you, and not provide any kind of reason for that, then that's or not really. It's not really so much like not providing a reason, but like providing a reason in, I guess what I could say is like a superficial way, like having being egotistical, we'll say, is like. I
always hear people say that stuff, and I'm like, I don't have a clue.
It's thinking that like I'd be better than you just because like maybe I have a better job than you, or like I don't know.
Okay, so you think you're better?
Yeah. Or like,
and if someone hurts your ego.
Yeah. So, or like, we'll use the gym for example for that. Like, so we were just talking about like when they're like they let their muscles, make them feel all tough. Like, so bruising someone's ego in terms of that would be like, I don't know, maybe calling them out on their steroids or something like that, or like giving them a fucking reality check.
Usually pumping steroids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you just want to say that because I was looking the other day too, and like they usually have very tiny legs. Like they don't work their legs out. They're more worried about their arms and chest.
Yeah, all that.
Like it looks ridiculous.
Yeah. And doesn't it affect their like voice a lot? Like they sound really muffled, or I
don't know if it affects voice, but I know it can make them a raging monster.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like their anger issues.
Yeah. Is it addictive? Do you know?
Yeah, I've seen that. Steroids?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's addictive in the way that you see the results. So you take more and more and more.
Yeah.
But definitely not good for you.
No.
At all.
No, I don't have any desire to do that at any point.
I hope not.
Yeah.
I would not do that.
I wonder if they
easily do it with diet and
a
few good supplements like a workout supplement or you know what I mean.
Yeah. I wonder if they ever.
That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah, we can talk about that. I was just gonna say, I wonder if they make actors do that for movies ever.
Steroids?
Yeah.
I don't know. I doubt it.
Because I think
I can't see how they can make an actor take steroids. They probably have to work their ass off if they need to be in shape and eat like very, very, very clean for that role.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like work out 8 hours a day or something probably.
Oh yeah, something like that. Well, I don't know about 8 hours.
I can't see them. Yeah.
But like I've heard of a lot of people doing
or like twice a day or something.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, like 2 a days. Yeah.
Like a split, like a cardio session, and then split a weight session.
Yeah. Well, I've heard for like a lot of boxers, they'll do like, for example, they'll do like boxing in the morning, and then they'll do a lift towards the evening.
Yeah, I've heard of that for any workout. Yeah.
Which if I didn't have to work a job, I probably would be doing that.
Exactly. I would do that too.
Yeah.
I could easily do that.
Yeah. My
for
goodness.
sure.
Um,
Yeah, to dream someday.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm a conspiracy theorist. Who knows?
Oh, I love conspiracies. I wouldn't call myself a conspiracy theorist, but oh my goodness.
Love a good conspiracy.
Let's talk about that.
Turn the
Pigeons
table.
are
What's your favorite?
government spies.
Do you actually believe that?
I think it's possible. How do you fucking prove that?
Like any given pigeon, you're just like,
Sure.
like,
Why are they
could
always
all
like
be...
they're always sitting up high and it looks like they're fucking watching you?
Well, riddle me this. Like, do you not remember that pigeons used to be like carriers for humans?
Yeah,
It was
and
like one of the
then-
first domesticated animals.
And then they became like pretty much useless, and then now they're stupid.
Well, yeah, maybe they just hang around because that's just like what they're what they
But
do.
is that what
Like,
the
they don't have a
government wants
job
you to
anymore.
believe?
Oh no! Oh my god! Jesus Christ! Drinking the Kool-Aid.
No, I'm partially kidding. I feel like I like to just think that maybe it could, but the chances of that is probably pretty slim. Another one though, that this one really makes me think about it. How are you about like aliens? Do you think that they could exist in somewhere?
Absolutely exist somewhere.
Yeah.
Because if you think about like the chances of another universe with an Earth like planet in the Goldilocks zone, like we probably just haven't seen it because it's so astronomically far away.
Yeah.
But like they definitely exist. There's no
Yeah.
way we're the only planet with the right conditions.
Yeah. Yeah.
I firmly believe that.
Yeah. Do you think that
And
they
also-
could have hit Earth yet? This is all alluding to the conspiracy that I'm about to talk about.
Maybe. I don't know. Like maybe years and years and years ago. Like
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah.
I saw this thing again, hard to prove, but also not too sure. Do you ever walk into a room and you completely forget why you went into that room?
yes.
Okay.
Where are you going with
So-
this? I'm scared.
Supposedly there's a conspiracy out there that when you walk into that room, you have crossed paths with an alien. An alien was in that room and they erased your memory in enough time for them to escape and essentially covering their tracks. Isn't that fucking so creepy?
That's like
Because again, how
if
do you
it's
prove
true,
that?
yeah, it is
But
really
also-
creepy. Yeah, I mean you can't really, but
Also, how would we have ever caught on to that? Because I think to a certain extent, could that have just been someone just, I don't know, having a wild random thought and they kind of just caught on?
I mean I feel like it's gotta be just a wild thought because you've gotta wonder if somebody's tried like to go in with a loaded gun and just shoot into thin air real quick before they have a chance to erase the memory. And like
No, but I think that's what
like
they're
I don't know,
saying.
maybe they
is,
would have
like,
been caught.
I think that's what they're saying is that it's so quick that, and like, fuck, I don't know. Like, I don't know what the capabilities are with these, you know, quote unquote aliens. Like, do they look exactly like how we sort of imagine them to be? Like, are they like gray or green? With like big bulgy eyes or whatever. Like,
Come back to me on that. That's baffling. I've never heard that theory before. What are you talking about? What the...
I think it's interesting. I think it's like,
Oh my god.
yeah. I don't know. It's hard to say whether I believe in it or not because, like I said, I think I'm not really too much of a conspiracy theorist. However, there are some out there that really make me think, and it's interesting to say the least. Moving on.
Now I'm thinking about it like really hard.
Yeah. I used to be one of those people, and that was a big sort of I don't know, I guess reason for my laziness and my lack of motivation. Even to this day, I'm not 1,000% sure what it was that made me want to change that. Because I had mentioned like literally on my 19th birthday where I was just like, Nope, I'm going to the gym now. Well, I think actually part of it, I don't know, like I forget about the reasoning, but part of it was discovering boxing for me. Even like as a kid, I never really was a huge fan of it. I'd known about it, obviously, but didn't really hugely get into it until like maybe 2018, 2019. And this was just me watching it. And then I think that's how I discovered jump rope and all that. And that's how that started. So I guess that's part of it. But in terms of staying committed to it, I'm not sure kind of how that happened, but I'm glad it did. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, that's just where I was kind of saying over there. But yeah.
You're very good at coaching.
Oh, thanks. Yeah,
No, you're really good. I'm kind of spoiled because I can't handle any other of the coaches' classes. I only like yours, and I like the way you do. I like the way you do it. Kind of fits with the way my brain works. You do it very methodically.
Oh yeah.
And you're not jumping all over the place because I can't follow.
Yeah.
So I really like the way you do it and the way it's all
it.
set up. And I get so much out of that class. I really do.
Awesome. I'm glad.
Yeah, I enjoy it a lot. I look forward to it.
Yeah, I try. I do that. I mean, for myself too, because I think if I like, I mean, going back to me needing to work on a schedule, it kind of works the same way. Where like I have to know what I'm talking about or just preparing to do something. Like even for this podcast, like so. I think to some people it's a bit ironic that I'm doing one because I've never really been a huge talker. Right. There are a lot of times where I will be somewhere and I'm not really too engaged in what's going on. I'll just kind of sit there silently. That's part of the overthinking stuff. But there's a lot of preparation that goes into this, right? So I've pre-planned all the questions I plan on asking, all the topics I plan on talking about. So if I do all of that, it really helps for sure. One of the things we always are on, there's two things we always talk about. Two things in particular that really stood out. The number one thing being bad names.
Claudette. Dude, this has been a thing. So as long as we've been friends, I don't know. We said it in the beginning. I don't know. Like, I don't even know what sparked that for the very first time. That goes back to that natural effect. I don't know what it was. Probably seen some goofy ass name, and I don't like. So I was actually talking to Daniela about this the other day, and it was on someone's license plate. I don't remember what name it was, but I was like, I hate to be mean to people, but how can you drive around and you have that shitty ass name on your license plate? And like, I don't know. I don't even remember what it was. It's just like there's some names out there, I feel bad.
I could fire off a few. Phil. What the hell?
I hate to say it because he's one of the greatest, but who the fuck names their kid LeBron, bro? LeBron. Lebanon? Bro, what the fuck is LeBron? There's one person in this world named after that shit. Yeah. And if there's any more, it's because they named him after LeBron James. But where is that name? Margaret?
God, that's the one that always gets brought up.
Margaret, that's the one that sparks the combo. Phil, yeah, you're so right with Phil. Phil's just dude, this could be such like a this is a horrible thing because there's people out there, in this world that don't even know that we're talking about this right now, and that's their name.
We're just ripping it.
But like, don't blame me because they gave you fucking Jeremiah, all right, sure. Like Jerry, okay, Jeremy, okay, Jeremiah's not even that bad, but like some of these names are just awful.
Oh man, Peggy.
Bro, you're only a Peggy if you're 80 years old, bro. Like Bernadette. That's not real. Why the fuck would you do that to your kid? You know damn well you don't want that name.
Yeah. Betty.
Betty? That's a fucking car, bruh. Everyone names their car Betsy, bruh.
Oh, Betsy? Yeah.
Betsy, dude. Oh man. Names, I feel like I feel bad because then this is gonna lead to where people start changing their names. Like people are,
They're gonna
people
hear
are like,
this.
yeah, like people are like, oh, I want to be, let's say their name is like, fuck, I don't know. They change their name to like SJ or some. They change their name, but it's not my fault that your parents named your shit some horrible shit. Like, I don't know.
Bruh.
There's a lot of standard names too that I feel like people just use and it's not their name. Like, like you'll be talking to someone, you'll be like, my name's Mark. It's short for like DeMarcus. Like, bro, just use your name then.
Yeah.
Or like Dick is short for Richard or some shit like that.
Way. Why would
like,
you do that to yourself though? Like, that's such a bad sounding
exactly.
name.
Not only is Dick a shitty name, so the fuck is Richard. You just got a shitty ass lineup right there. Like you're 0 for 2 from the start.
You don't have any good options. Yeah. My next sort of lesson, I guess we'll say. Professor Jor coming in hot. Do not chase, attract. Does anyone know about the law of attraction? Basically, a couple pointers is that so like attracts like. Now, what I mean by that, your thoughts or things. Your thoughts are things. If I think something, and this sounds corny, right? It sounds weird if you don't believe it, but that's like the big thing. My hat's all screwed up. Anyways, ignore me. Ignore that part. Don't ignore what I'm going to say now, just to be clear. Your thoughts are things. So, again, a big part of all this is believing. So if you don't believe in it, it's going to sound stupid. It's going to sound weird. It's going to sound dumb. You have to believe in this, right? To believe it, to receive it, you have to believe it. That's like the saying. Going back to what I was saying. So if you were to, I don't know, think some horrible thing, terrible thing, right? Maybe you're going to break your fucking leg. I'm just going to ignore the camera at this point. Fuck the stupid camera. Fuck you, camera, you dumb, stupid camera. Fuck you. You're thinking to yourself, though, what if I break my leg? Well, that is now a thought, and especially if you keep thinking about it, it quite literally manifests into reality. I promise you that. That's just the way the fucking universe works. And you can argue, well, that's just your belief. There's been fucking proof, though. There's been proof. A lot of people believe in this, and a lot of people see those results, right? So it is so powerful because you can either have this sort of negative, terrible, awful way of thinking, or you can be positive and you can lift yourself up, right? I don't know if anyone's ever heard about this, but if you, it even goes to the point of like where if you talking to yourself, right? If I talk to myself in such a bad way, oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm dumb. I'm this. I'm that. Think about that. What I'm telling the universe, dog. Right? That is not going to attract a single fucking good thing. Right? Because all I'm doing is I'm telling myself that I'm just this worthless fuck. So that tells the universe, okay, well, he thinks he's worthless. So let's just bring him a bunch of bullshit in his life. Right? Whereas the other side, the other way around, you speak to yourself with love, with care, compassion. That's going to bring good in your life, and I can prove it. I can prove it because it was difficult to get out here to Toronto. Faced a lot of obstacles. But you know what? Throughout that entire time, I said, you know what? I know that this is meant for me. Me moving out here, I know that this is what I need to do. And it made it happen. I made it happen, That's just one of the examples, right? There's been many others. But and it goes along the lines with what you focus on, you create, right? It's the same sort of realm of things, right? If you focus on your leg being broken, you are creating that because you're just putting all your focus into that, right? Whereas for me, I focus on becoming successful in my career, in my acting career, right? I am always seeing this. That's so funny. I was talking to my mom about this yesterday because she was having a tough day. So I was trying to tell her all these things about, like, your thoughts are things and everything like that, and I tell her about, like, the manifestation in its simplest form is you have to live the life that you want to be. So let me explain on that, right? I don't care what anyone says. These are my dreams. I do see myself as an Academy Award winning actor, producer, director, writer, even a singer-songwriter, right? That doesn't mean that I'm only doing the acting stuff for that stuff. That is not what that means. However, I am very goal-oriented. I'm ambitious. I'm a big dreamer. Why not? We have one life. Head for the stars, right? Anyways, I have to rest I have to get that out of the way because I've said that before. And, like, I think one time someone was like, that's fucked up. Nah. You should just do it because you love acting and, like, have no goal towards it. Like, fuck you. What the fuck? Have no goals? Okay, anyways, sorry. Tangent 3. Was it 3, 4? I don't know. Anyways. So, yeah. Talking to my mom. I had to, like, look at my notes again and, like, see where did I leave off. I was talking to my mom yesterday about, like, the simplest form. You have to, like, live the life you want to live in the current moment that you're at, like, as if you're already living it, right? So anything you want to happen, you say it's done. Like, you have that thing, right? I don't say I want to become a successful actor or I want to win an Oscar, right? I say I am a successful actor. I do have Oscars, right? Visualization is key. You have to see it in your mind. And again, like I said, you have to believe it. You can't just, like, imagine it, right? Because, well, anyone can imagine anything. But if you don't believe in that, right, then all you're going to think is, like, oh, that's just some unattainable fucking whimsical made-up thing, right? That's not the way it is, I got used to saying these 3 words. It is done, right? I'm a millionaire. It is done. I don't know. I'm a successful actor. It is done. There's many other examples, right? Gratitude. Be thankful, guys. Be fucking thankful. And, this is also another thing I was talking to my mom about, right? And this is a very important topic, is to be thankful for fucking everything. I am so fucking serious. The good and the bad. Now, let me explain. You have to be thankful for even the bad times because the bad times teach you the lessons. Now it is up to you at that point on whether you want to learn from that lesson. That is up to you. But if you do decide to learn, then that is something to be so incredibly thankful for, right? If anyone watched or listened, sorry, because that was only audio at that point, listened to my episode with my mom, she had shared the fact that when I was 18, I was around a group of friends at the time that, we were doing stupid shit, right? And, I won't give too many details on that because if you want to learn more about that, go listen to that episode number 2 with my mom. I'd done a stupid thing with a group of friends. And long story short, the police got involved. I could have ended up in jail. But this is what I mean about how you can either treat it as a lesson that you learn from or you don't learn from it. I decided to learn from it because if I didn't learn from it, I either A, would have done something stupid like that again, and ya boy Jord, right fucking here, would not be sitting in this chair looking at this camera, speaking into this microphone, talking to you. Instead, I'd be sitting my ass in a fucking jail cell, probably rotting away.
Have you seen, you've seen the show Impractical Jokers?
Oh, yeah, I love those guys.
Yeah.
Well,
there's
we used to watch the series.
Yeah. They've pulled on some pretty funny stuff.
Oh yeah.
I think it's cool how they don't just prank other people. They use like each other. They like prank each other.
Oh, they screw each other up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they put each other in some very embarrassing situations.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's you do or die, because if you don't do it, they're going to give you doing something even worse.
Yeah. Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But I think I know where you're going with this one. I'm pretty sure.
Mm.
Are you talking about the one where they built themselves into the seat?
No, I can't think of one in specific, but tell me more about that one.
Well, they had one. They had one where they had I think it was a big old Cadillac, and they had the seat custom built so that they were built right into the seat.
Oh.
So they're driving the vehicle, and they can see everything that's going on. But when you look in, all you see is an empty seat. And it doesn't look out of the ordinary.
Okay.
And they would pull up alongside police cars.
Uh-huh.
And the cop, just to watch the reaction, the cop look over and then do a double take. And then the vehicle takes off and there's nobody driving it.
Yeah.
And then they'd get pulled over. And then that's when the cop would discover, because as he'd come up, the guy'd pop out of the seat.
Right.
But yeah, and I know that was Impractical Jokers did that one. That was pretty funny.
That was a good
That
one.
was pretty ingenious way to go.
Yeah, cool. What's some best pranks you've seen, just in general? Maybe from them, or if you've seen like on YouTube or TikTok. Like, is there ones that have?
Oh,
stuck
well,
out,
the one about the hidden seat, that's incredible.
Yeah.
For me, I just love the scare ones. When people either get the air horn or just coming through a doorway.
Mm-hmm.
Because I love doing that to your mother.
Yeah.
And she tries to do it to me sometimes. She's gotten me a few times, but more so than not, I've gotten her really good.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, those are fun. I love practical jokes and pranks.
Yeah.
We did one time. It was terrible. It was a very, very mean thing to do.
Oh.
But it was a boring night shift.
Okay.
And I was young in my career.
Yeah.
We were working out of the provincial remand center, which was in the public safety building, which was downtown Winnipeg.
Yeah.
And it was a very, very quiet night. And we came across an old uniform, one of our uniforms.
Mm.
And my partner and I decided we were going to play a practical joke on the nurse. She was a new nurse.
Okay.
So what we did was we stuffed the uniform with inmate clothing, like, uniforms that we give the inmates, and we made it look like a person.
Oh.
And then we put shoes on it. And then this is terrible. We positioned it in a back cell so it looked like the individual was hanging.
Oh no.
And then one of the staff went into the nurse and asked if they had seen me anywhere. And that they were concerned about me because I was feeling down. I wasn't very happy. That they were concerned because I'd made some comments that didn't sound very well. And the way we had set it up, we had the nurse go and give out meds to one of the actual inmates.
Yeah.
And then she came around the corner and she saw this figure in a corrections uniform doing this.
Yeah.
And she just lost her mind.
Oh no.
And when she came flying out of the unit, I'm standing there and she ran right past me screaming because she didn't, I guess,
clue in.
It didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. It didn't. Her brain wasn't working as fast there at that point.
Yeah.
until she finally came to a dead stop and realized that I was standing there. Yeah, she wasn't too happy about that one.
Yeah.
And in the long run, looking back over that, that was probably a pretty nasty thing to do. But that's how we were back then.
Yeah.
We were everything, and when you work in an environment, dark environment, the humor is very dark.
Yeah. 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 For sure.
Whether you like it or not, whether you mean it or not,
Yeah.
the humor is pretty dark. But
quickly, you'd mentioned about Heart, and I remember from the first time we talked, the very funny story of how you became a teacher at TFS.
Right.
Do you mind diving into that quickly? Just
Oh, sure. So Matt McDonald, who's the voiceover teacher at TFS.
Yeah.
We were classmates in TFS when we were in the program.
Yeah.
And so when we came out right before COVID, we graduated, and then everything kind of shut down. But then TFS opened for online classes, and Maddie went in. Maddie went in and was working there, and which I was so happy for him. And then one day I got this call from Hart Massey, and he said, "How would you feel about coming in to?" And at this point, I was when I was just starting to play guitar, and I was not doing well mentally, and I was kind of going further away from myself. I felt like the breakup and COVID, and then I was not taking care of myself, and I was like going the opposite way of the way I should have been going.
Yeah. Okay.
And so when he called in and he was like, "How do you feel about being a teacher? We'd start off as an assistant and then slowly integrate you into your own classes, and because I really think you might be good at it, and how do you feel about having a job?" And I went, "Wow, what an incredible opportunity." Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah.
And Hart was like, "What?" I'll go, "Yeah, I don't think that's like I've never me a teacher, like what are you talking about?" I'm like, no, that." And he goes, "Okay, well, I think you're going to be really good at it. I'm sending you all the info. You start in 2 weeks." I'm like, "No, Hart, really, I'm not. I don't think this is for me." And he goes, "Okay, see you later, buddy." Click. And I was like, and then I called my mom. I said, "Mom, I think I just got a job that I didn't apply for."
Yeah.
And as it turned out, absolutely, he was right. It was like such guy. I was, I'd say, one of the most valuable experiences of my entire life, literally, is being Ingrid Hart. She's an acting teacher, for those who don't know. Her assistant was like taking a master class in acting every week for like 2 years. Just the quality and the craftsmanship that she's a master teacher of acting.
Right.
And that experience alone, even if I never taught my own class ever, and I just had that experience, it was such a valuable, eye-opening, inspiring thing to witness and to be a part of. And on top of that, I was starting to make films, not like once every 6 months, but every week. And so then suddenly I was shooting scenes with Ingrid and getting lighting down. And then once I got my own classes, I just really dived into like lighting techniques, and like I do love that every promotion I would get at TFS would be the same conversation with Hart. "Hey, would you like to teach your own basic camera skills class?" "Yeah, I don't think I'm ready for that." "Okay, you start in 2 weeks."
Yeah. Okay,
And
you're doing this. Yeah.
For one thing, I love about that job is that you never stop learning, ever.
Yeah.
And like all things in life, but this in particular, it's like it's like I think I might have said this to you, but I love the moments where in the second half of the term, student sets up a shot, and I'm like, "Okay, can we just raise the tripod, put it over on this angle? I think this might be better." And so we do that, and we set my shot up, and then we look at it, and I go, "Yeah, no, your shot's way better."
Yeah.
And then it's a shot that I never would have thought on my own to use that angle or whatever. And it's something I use always moving forward again. So like learning from students, um, you never stop learning. That's what I love about it.
For sure.
Cameron Anderson started this thing with a spotlight through a window with gaff tape creating shadows.
Mm-hmm.
And then I use that on every shoot. And then I've taken her original idea and have about 5 other techniques built on that on original thing, right? So
Yeah.
stuff like that. I just love it when when the students are so good at they learning and then they become really on top of their game. But
Yeah.
also when I can learn from them. So that's kind of
Right.
it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And also one thing I had to learn, which took many years, was um, how to be how to be more I don't know strict. I'm not strict.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
laid back. I'm not that kind of person.
Yeah.
For an acting teacher, I my favorites were always like the whiplash teachers, right? Like
Yeah.
the harder they were, the more I like it. The more no bullshit,
Mm-hmm.
hardcore, and that's great for acting.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you want.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I prefer.
Yeah.
But for film production, that's not me. I'm not that.
All right.
And but I have figured out how to be more organized and to be a little more stern or lay down the foundation of what's expected. And I mean, this, I just am finally coming to terms with that now, and it took years. Um, it's a new thing. It's
Mm-hmm.
just like brand new. Like I'm talking within the last 3 months
Wow.
that I really it clicked, and this last term was just awesome. I
Great.
had great students, but also on their game. No fooling around, hard work, lots of laughs, but with guidelines, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you gotta have some
Not
Law and Order type deal, but like,
Law and Order, yeah, and that's
yeah.
my problem is I don't live my life with Law and Order or rules, or I'm loosey goosey, right? So there's a lesson I learned too from that place.
You love Hamilton as well, which is something that you got me into.
Yeah.
I didn't really even know anything about it. I'd seen like posters on like the subway about it when they were performing in Toronto, but other than that, I didn't really know anything about it. About you though, what was your first impression when you first watched it? What did you think of
Hamilton?
it? Yeah.
When I first watched it, it was on an illegal site.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, very nice. So like it was like somebody filming from the crowd, so the quality was like really, really bad.
Oh,
but
shoot.
It was still freaking like amazing. At that point in my life, I had already like picked my career, musical theater. I was like, that's what I'm doing.
That's what you want to do, yeah.
So like I was watching it, and then I don't want to say the same thing as Frozen, but I was watching it multiple times a week.
Yeah.
Mostly the songs because the site eventually crashed. But like it was just amazing. Just the songs, the harmonies, the choreography. Oh my god.
It's very, very
just everything about it is amazing.
Yeah. The thing I like about it actually is the fact that they kind of keep that rhythm going like the whole time. Like even in between songs, they'll still kind of have that like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like they don't speak normally.
No.
Yeah. You have a favorite song from the show?
I feel like Satisfied is too easy. It's a really good song.
Yeah.
There's also First Burn, but First Burn isn't in the live musical. I think it was like the first draft of Burn.
Okay.
And they scrapped it because it was like too aggressive or something. I don't remember why they scrapped it, but like First Burn, if you're asking general, First Burn, but in the musical, I would say Satisfied.
Yeah. Nice. I don't remember that one. I just know My Shot the most, mainly because we did the dance thing to that in an acting class. Actually, talking about that, That was lots of fun.
It was so fun.
That was my first time doing like a whole like dance thing. Great stuff. Great stuff.
I recently found a video of us practicing and you hitting me in the face. And you just kept dancing anyway.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I forgot all about that. Oh yeah, I was so in it. I was focused.
I was on the floor like, what the fuck just happened? And you're like,
yeah. Yeah. I'd finished it. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh man. A good thing I didn't do that like when we were actually
performing.
That would have been bad. Yeah. What was I just gonna ask? It was something. Damn. Does ever happen to you where you're talking to someone and you have like something in your brain that you wanted to talk about next, but you don't want to interrupt them, and then you forget about what you're talking about? My goodness.
Yeah.
Welcome to my life.
That's why I have an interrupting problem.
Oh yeah, no, me too.
I want to get it out so quick because I'm like, I know I'm gonna forget it. And if I don't get it out,
exactly me. Yes, that's even just while you were talking, I was like, I'm listening to what you're saying, but I'm also thinking what I'm trying to talk about.
Yeah. I started saying like, remind me I have something to tell you, and then it just.
Oh, but even then
it leaves
I forget.
My brain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start talking to people with a notebook.
Don't
notes. Forget to bring up blank.
Yeah. There's a coffee shop here in Canada. I don't know if it's all over Canada or where it is, but it's called something like that. I've only gone there a few times, but I remember a couple years ago, one time I went in there with my mom because she likes getting coffee from there, and I had a Starbucks coffee in my hand. We were not even planning to stay there. My mom was just ordering her coffee. We were gonna go somewhere. The person working at saw that I was holding my Starbucks fucking drink and said, "Sir, you're gonna have to step outside. We do not have that in here." Listen, I'm not trying to fucking promote Starbucks. It's not like I'm walking around to everybody in or whatever being like, hey, you know that you don't want this garbage. You want to go over to the Starbucks. If I was doing that, yeah, totally. Fucking kick my ass out. I would kick myself out. How do I do that? I don't know. Whatever. But I was just standing there waiting for my mom to order her coffee, and then we were out. We were gonna dip. We were outie. Let's talk a bit about customers. Listen, for some fucking reason, people just act like fucking children. Like, it is just appalling. Some of these people. First off, all I do, right, if I haven't seen someone actually order something, because, I mean, look, I know I don't make the rules, but I kind of got to enforce the rules because, like, otherwise, my ass is getting fucking warned. My ass is getting in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So that's the rules. I didn't fucking create them. There's no public restrooms. You have to buy something if you want to use the bathroom. If you need to take a poopy dookie shit or a piss, get yourself a latte. You know what I'm saying? Listen, all I ask is, hey, look, bathrooms are for customers only. Are you going to buy something? And I swear, that is like, it's got to be like the most fucking absurd, offensive thing that these people have heard. Because the average response I get from that question, are you going to buy something, is, I already bought something. I'm out there. I'm out there. My friend got something. This is ridiculous. Or, this is the other one. Are you ready for this? This is a good one. So, like, I'm not going to buy anything today, but, like, I'm always buying stuff at Starbucks. Like, I have spent, like, $20,000 on Starbucks, and, like, I just don't want to buy anything today. So, like, can I just use the bathroom? That's an actual fucking thing that happened. Like, an actual white bitch was fucking looking me dead in the eyes and being like, I've spent $20,000 at Starbucks. Can I just use the bathroom?
And I'm like, well, you're going to have to spend at least 20,001. Did I say that? I don't know. I mean, I meant to say you're going to have to add $1 more to that 20,000 total because, lady, that's just the rules. Deal with it. Get over it. You know, and the same thing for the free waters, right? I tell people you gotta fucking buy something. Listen, it's the same shit as the bathroom. It is the rules. I did not make them. That's just the rules, bruh. You know what I'm saying? The normal response to that would to either be A, no problem, I'll buy something, or B, oh, that sucks. That's fine. I'll go somewhere else. Respectfully, I'll go somewhere else. That's fair. That's fair. Right? Because honestly, I'd probably go somewhere else too. That's ridiculous. We'll leave it there. But, and C would be, I totally forgot because I fucking explained point B, but point C, let's see what that would be. Well, we said yes to buying, no, respectfully not buying, or I don't know what else. I had a third one. I'm trying to retrace my fucking memory, but I guess it just is gone. That happens a lot. I wish it wouldn't happen so much, but it does. Anyways, I mean, you know, just people are just absolutely just, I don't even have words. I don't even have words. We had this old guy, old as in like, I don't know. I mean, in his 60s, but like, you can tell he was just a cranky fucking loner. So like, there are some people in their 60s who are thriving. Episode 4, Ron Posabon. Great guy. He's in his 60s. He is living it. But listen, this other guy that comes into the Starbucks the other day, right? Or this is probably a couple weeks ago at this point. Asks for a water, right? And then we say, hey, look, you got to buy something with it now. What does this dude say? He goes, can I get a water? Mind you, this is literally after we had just said, you have to buy something. So then it just absolutely blows up into this thing, you know, about how this is ridiculous and you're going to lose me as a customer. Oh, I love when people say that. I absolutely love when people say, oh, well, I guess I'll never come back here then. What do you expect me to say to that? Do you expect me to fucking run after you and drop to my knees and beg for your business? I don't give a fuck if you don't come back. I'd rather you not. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, you think that's the power move? You think that's the power play right now? Like, bye later. Don't let the fucking door hit you on the way out. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are just crazy. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? You think you're fucking King Charles, bruh? I don't give a fuck if you come back. Fuck out of here, stupid ass motherfucker. God damn. You know, I just think that, like, I don't know. People just are rude. They're inconsiderate. Oh, inconsideration. That's a big one. The amount of fucking times that I will see people just leave their fucking garbage all over the table as if, like, that's my job, I guess. Yeah, it is part of my job description. I am the janitor, I guess, to these people. Look, I'm not asking you to fucking wipe down the table. But if you got fucking napkins and empty cups and shit all over, like, bro, just throw it out in the garbage. Is it really that fucking hard? Right? Like, if you have mugs, like actual plates and like glassware, bro, I'm not asking you to come to the back room and fucking wash the dishes. I'm asking you to bring your fucking shit to me so that I can go and wash the dishes. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fucking shit? Absolutely unreal. You know? Oh my goodness. And like, shoplifting? I swear, it's like if people are mad, they some people like try to prove a point by taking something. And I'm like, you do realize that's a crime, right? You know, one time I'm just praying, absolutely praying that we get some actual just crazy fucking lunatic. This hasn't happened yet, I don't think. But I'm praying that we get some, and then like the police or like security, preferably police, because respectfully, security don't be doing that much these days, at least in Canada. But I just hope that it's like they're just some fucking crazy person, and then like the police fucking like escort their asses out of there. Or, I'm not even necessarily saying like arresting them, right? Because yeah, maybe they're just having a bad day and they're just dealing with it in all the wrong ways. That's not great, but it's okay. We can move on. You know, for example, right? Another customer. Like at Starbucks, we are like, they're very big on the whole, I don't know, like getting to know the customers and everything, which I think, you know, it's fine, I guess. Some people, it just really bites you in the ass sometimes. Like there's this, what I thought, and I mean, nowadays, still the same shit. Nicer older lady, right? You know, I don't think she's completely sound of mind, right? I think she might need some help. You know, but she's just pretty odd in most times. And I guess, I don't know, just one day she might have been having a bad day or something like that. I don't know. Because for the most part, she's pretty nice. But this one day, she must have been having a bad day, and she, I'd put all of her, like, drinks in her, like, whatever fucking, I don't know, bakery shit she got, right? I put it all in a nice bag for her, right? So that all she had to do was take the bag, bring it to wherever the fuck she was going. But apparently, that was a terrible idea. Bad idea, Jordan. Why would you do such a stupid thing, Jordan? Like, it was just the worst. Like, it was just like, she was like, oh my God. This is how she talks. She has like a British accent. She goes like I'd ask like, oh, is this good? And then she goes like, no, it is not good at all. I don't remember if that's exactly what she said, but she just made a big fucking deal about it. And I was just like, all right, bitch. Are we serious right now? Like, I just tried to do a nice fucking thing for you. Go a little bit above and beyond. And that's how I'm going to be treated? Fuck you. But like I said, since then we've moved on, because like any other time she's come in after that, she's been her normal self, where, you know, still a little odd, but for the most part, pretty nice. Yeah. Let's start it off strong, shall we? In 1982, during a... That's forever ago.
I wasn't even born.
I know. Neither was I, obviously, but still, it happened. 1982, during a concert on his Diary of a Madman tour, a fan threw a bat on the stage, and Ozzy thought it was rubber, I guess, and he bit off the head of a bat.
Wait. Animal, like the animal?
The bat, like the motherfuckers to be hanging upside down in the caves.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like a baseball bat.
No, like the
then
animal.
You said he ate the head.
Yeah.
Wait, for real? Is there a video on this?
Probably somewhere. I don't know. I mean, it's very popular. Like, that's like the number one thing. He's like,
what
the number one craziest thing I'd say that he's probably known for, other than the fact that, like, I think he was one of those guys that like did every drug known to mankind.
I mean, typical. I mean,
yeah.
I feel like all those
fucking rock stars did that.
Artists back then used to do some crazy shit.
You know, Elton
Woodstock
John
99
used to be like a big
Elton
drug.
John?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I know who Elton John is, but that's crazy. I didn't know that.
He used to do like
I don't
every fucking
do my
drug.
research.
Bruh.
Every drug? Damn.
I mean, you know me. I'm in the industry, so
they're
I'm
knowledgeable.
Looking.
They're out here doing
knowledgeable,
bro. I mean,
they're doing drugs that like I didn't even know about until last year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, drugs are crazy.
They are crazy.
There's too many of them, bro. You're doing all of them? God damn.
This is the fucking... You busy. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's one of the things we were talking about the last time. I think it's great. Like, how it's like, there's just new drugs being fucking created all the time. Feels like, anyways. I don't know. No, but that's not even the craziest part. So I guess for some reason that caught the most traction. Like that's like I said, the number one thing.
He really bit it off. Like it was still alive or was dead?
I think I heard it was alive. Well, I don't know. I mean, it does say that the fan threw the bat on the stage.
But if he threw it, wouldn't it just fly
away?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So maybe it was dead.
Maybe they fucking tied it up or something.
Oh my God, imagine. That's crazy.
How the fuck do you catch a bat, bro? You use the fucking jellyfish grabber from SpongeBob or something? SpongeBob? Bro, snag it.
Yeah, just fucking snatch. Yeah.
And how the fuck do you sneak that into a concert? Don't they check bags and shit? What's wrong with these people?
This was like the 80s, bro. It was a lot different.
Honestly, his adrenaline was probably pumping so bad. He's probably in his head like, the crowd would think I'm so sick if I just ripped his fucking head off. Yeah. Oh, hell no. I would have left. I'm just not
fucking
type,
blood squirting everywhere from like the bat.
Oh, no.
Fucking up.
Imagine being in the front fucking row.
Oh, man. Bat blood everywhere. Hell no.
Hey, he's crazy for that. You're right. He's crazy.
He is crazy. He had to get a rabies shot afterwards.
Because of that?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, bro.
You know what rabies is? Like it's that fucking it's
yeah.
Very popular in like, I think, isn't it raccoons?
Yeah.
Get it a lot?
I guess any technical wild animal can get it.
Yeah.
I mean, my mom is an animal control officer and she deals with that shit all the time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think
I don't know too much about
humans can get it, but like it's completely different because you have to get a rabies shot.
Yeah.
But like, is it gonna make you go all fucking crazy? I don't know.
That's what I was just gonna ask. Like, I don't know if you know, does it make you just fucking go all wild?
I don't know.
Bro?
I mean, I'm 22 years old and I don't think I've ever heard of anyone like, because they say that rabies makes the animals like fucking crazy and shit. Like, you think it's gonna make us crazy? I've never heard anything like that.
I have no idea. Actually, I heard recently that someone like the first like known confirmed case or whatever of rabies in a person, and like I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they did say that he was like
maybe it is
going rabid, like literally, like, you know what I mean?
It could be. I'm not sure. I guess I've only thought of it as like an animal thing. I know they always say, don't fuck with animals that have rabies because they could bite you and something, but I never thought of the outcome. I mean,
I guess they say don't have them or don't have them bite you because you could get rabies.
Yeah, but you don't want to get bit by a fucking animal without rabies. I'm not trying to get bit
anyway. That's so true. No, but so that's the most popular one. Like this, a lot of people know about that.
That's crazy.
But that
I
wasn't even
tell my girlfriend about that one.
For real.
I'd be like, bro, he bit some bat head off, bro.
For real.
Nah.
Oh. But so that was in 1982. In 1981, so a year before, it's saying while meeting with CBS Records executives, so the executives at that company, Ozzy, in an attempt to make a memorable impression. So it's kind of what you were saying about like the bat, like he was just like thinking to himself like, oh, this will be memorable, right? He also bit the head off a dove that he was supposed to release. So a dove, that white bird?
Oh, what is wrong with this dude?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Aren't doves supposed to be like the fucking bird of love or something?
I think so.
Yo!
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I know, right?
Dude,
just unreal.
I've never had any thoughts of biting the head off of anything. Anything. Here we are talking about one dude. He's bit it off a bat and a dove. What the fuck?
And it's saying that he was supposed to release the dove. So that tells me that dove was alive.
Oh, 100%. Oh my God.
He was probably holding that shit against its will and just fucking
bird, dude.
Yeah, for real. Like,
oh my God.
I'd be afraid of the bird like biting my tongue. You know what I'm saying? Like the bird's head's in my mouth, it's chomping on my fucking tongue. That would fucking hurt.
Does he spit it
and
out?
Also, not to mention,
swallow it.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Oh, see, that's
No
that's
idea.
crazy. Because if he chewed
If
that
he
shit up and
fucking
swallowed it,
bro.
he's a different breed, bro.
Nah.
He's a different breed. You got it, bro.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Got it, bro.
No, it doesn't even end there though. I got 2 more crazy ones.
Okay.
So
Wait, what was the timestamp on that one again? So it was 82 and
82 and 81. 82 for the bat, 81 for the dove.
So the dove was first.
Yeah, but for
So
some
he
reason the
practiced
bat
for the
did.
bat.
But he had fucking flashbacks of when he ate the dove. He's like, I'm gonna eat the bat now.
That's so stupid. Let me guess, he like bit the tail off of a cat next or something. I don't know.
Fucking no. No. Okay, so this one's pretty fucking wild too. It says during the Diary of a Madman tour, so the same tour that he was on for the bat incident. I don't know if this is like the same time or like a different show or whatever. For some reason, he did this thing where he would close his shows by throwing raw meat into the audience. Like, imagine getting like a piece of like raw fucking sirloin fucking whipped at your noggin, bruh.
Dude.
Different, bro. It was
can't,
different, bro, back then. Right?
We're throwing meat. That shit's expensive, dog. I'm not throwing that shit. If he throws it at me, I'm keeping that motherfucker. Taking it to the fucking crib. No, that's just
Grilling it
like
up?
the same thing with like Lady Gaga when she wore that meat dress. Do you remember that?
What? No.
You don't remember?
Was it real
I
meat?
swear, I want to say it was Lady Gaga. She wore some like meat dress. Bro, we gotta look that up. Yo,
That's crazy.
what's wrong with these people, bro?
That's
they
actually
got,
wild.
bro. They got too much money, bro.
No, but again, another thing doesn't end there. So apparently it escalated by fans bringing meats and throwing it, like, I guess, around each other or like to Ozzy or something.
Like,
so
in
it
the
was
crowd?
just a fucking, yeah, like just meat being thrown everywhere.
Bro, I thought we weren't supposed to play with our food, bro.
Rules don't exist in that land, I guess.
What was the year on that?
I don't know. It doesn't say for that one, but it was probably around
so
the
that
same.
could've been-
It was probably
yeah,
around the
probably
same
around-
era as the bat incident, because, like I said, it was during the same tour. But yeah, and I guess it also says that one time a fan brought a dead rat, throwing around a dead rat.
Did he
What
bite the head
the
off
hell?
of that too?
I wouldn't be
Come on.
surprised. I would not
Oh
be
my
surprised.
gosh, that's so weird. Like if I was a famous musician, I don't think I want my crowd throwing meat at each other. Dog. what's the end goal here? Like when do they stop?
Just
You
fucking
stop
going
and all
crazy, I guess. Like
the meat just stays on the ground. Like
imagine like
What?
the cleaner up people just mopping up.
T-bone?
All the
Okay.
fucking guts and the juice from the meat,
What
bro.
the fuck?
Ugh.
It's already bad enough that he's biting heads off. Now he's got, slanging meat in the crowd. Come on. And he's throwing it at him too? Oh man.
Yeah.
He's a very interesting guy. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
And I highly advise anyone watching or listening to do the same. If you are ever moving somewhere and you need roommates, know the people that you are moving in with. And I think I had mentioned that in that ranting episode. Know them, because not knowing my roommates was the biggest reason why I left Toronto for the time being. He had not left me any space in the fridge. And I remember I literally had a tiny shelf on the door of the fridge. There's shelves on the door. On the top shelf of the door of the fridge. That is the only spot in the entire fridge that I had space to put my stuff. That little tiny shelf on the door. Right? And even then, there would be times where I'd find items that weren't mine on that shelf. So I remember asking, I'd said it. I was like, hey, I only have this shelf. Can you not put your stuff on my shelf? Okay? I don't know you. Like, let me have my space, okay? Where do I go from there? I had asked him to take it off. It was put back on. Again, a back and forth thing, right? The inconsideration, the selfishness. Until eventually, right, I just got fucking fed up with it, and I took the petty route, because when dealing with inconsiderate, selfish people, I think at times taking the petty route is one of the best routes to take. So I'd left him a note. At first, I'd put a note on my shelf with only my stuff on it. I'd put, hey, I wrote this down. I was like, I only have this space. Please do not put your stuff on my shelf. Put it on your shelf or whatever. Until the day after, when not one of my items was put on my shelf on top of that note that I put. It was literally put on top of the note. So then I put another note. I was like, seriously? How rude. And I never heard back from that after that. But that pissed me off so much, because I tried to talk to him in person too. And I remember knocking on his door, and I heard some like shuffling around. Like the TV was on, whatever. But he never talked to me about it. So I was like, all right, fuck it. Fine. You want to play this game? So I contacted the building, like the management that we rented through, and I had launched a formal complaint. Sounds very Karen like of me, but also at the same time it was justified, because like I said, I had given this guy lots of chances. All right, I tried to deal with this in person, but he clearly was not interested in that. So I got them involved, and hoping that that would get something done about it. Yeah, it didn't. It didn't, and that's a big reason also why I had moved out, because the company itself that I was subletting through, just absolute garbage, right? Absolute garbage. There was way more shitty times than not. Yeah, I'd sent the complaint, and basically they were saying that, I had to give proof and all this stuff, and they would launch some investigation. Like, I don't know why that it had to be all like that, and it should have just been you talk to him, and if he changes, excellent. If not, well, then disciplinary action should be enforced or whatever. That was where things started to go downhill with this roommate, for sure. Yeah, I'd say probably a month-ish after that. It's, again, still kind of continuing. It was, whether it was me locking the door after it wasn't locked, after I'd asked for it to be locked, whether it was the heat being set way too high, whatever it was, right? It was just, it was always something. And that is just so fucking exhausting to deal with. Like, seriously. I can't even remember the timeline here, but so it was, going back to June, like last month when I came here to visit. It was at that point where I had already hated the guy. I was already like, you suck. Like, you are so rude. You're so selfish. You're so you're a bitch. And
in going back here and visiting my family, it felt really good. So maybe that was like a big sort of reason why I, made that decision to move. But it's not really fair to me, though. Sorry for the long pauses. It's hard to sort of find the words. I've said that many times already. Because it's not really fair to me because the building never did anything about it. It always felt like they were sticking up for my roommate, and they didn't really help me at all. So until eventually, it was my breaking point, and I will tell you, the moment that I had known that coming back here for a while was the right decision. As much as it was a hard decision, it was definitely right. Because it felt right when I was here, but then when I went back, I was like, oh, this is like such a hard decision to do. Until like a day or two after I'd got back from my trip in June. I'd woken up for work, gone to take a shower, until I step into the bathroom and I slip on something. And again, this is what I had talked about in that other episode, but I slip on something, and it was that roommate's puke. He had thrown up, assumingly he had gotten super drunk, because I saw an empty bottle of some sort of liquor on the kitchen counter. And then keep in mind, I'd saw him that previous night, like the night before, holding that bottle of liquor. Like he had walked into the apartment with it, like he had just gone to the store to grab it. And then that morning, that same bottle of liquor was empty on the kitchen counter. So that tells me that he drank the whole thing, got super fucking wasted, and then threw up on the bathroom floor. Now, I had also said this, that, I went to college. I understand what that college life is like. I drank a lot in college. Well, not a lot, I shouldn't say that. But I drank a fair amount in college because, you party and everything, right? All that other stuff, right? I get that throwing up sometimes happens. But why did he not clean it up? Why did he not clean it up until almost the evening after? Well, it was the evening after. It was like 5 p.m. like that day. So that means that whole day up until 5 p.m. throw up on the bathroom floor. That means I couldn't use my own bathroom for that whole day. All because he didn't clean it until then. Kind of veering back to the whole like fitness side of things. You had also mentioned that so in high school, maybe growing up, you were more bigger guy. I don't want to step on any toes or whatever.
No.
You obviously aren't right now. You look great.
Mm-hmm. Thank
you. Was there a mindset shift there?
So, like, I remember like my whole life, I was like literally like always the chubby kid.
Yep.
And like it wasn't like too bad of like a problem like going through school and stuff. I literally just remember like I didn't want to play tag because like I was like the chubby kid that wasn't super fast, and if I got tagged, I would never be able to tag anybody back.
Okay.
So it's like that's the only thing I didn't like about being the fat kid. But like growing up and stuff, like kind of, I started playing football, and then kind of like even before that, I was getting into the gym, and like my cousin got me really into just like general fitness, like just being more active, lifting some weights, whatever. So I was into that, and then playing football, and then I was like, man, like all these like I started just looking up to like athletes because just because of like that constant like just the way they live their life, like they're so dedicated to like a goal and always improving themselves, and they have
the
like
exact
this,
same
like
way.
an iron like mindset where it's like,
where nothing can
you know,
stop them. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So it's
Yeah.
like I really started to respect that. And like I didn't have nothing like that when I was like a fat kid. I was just like, man, I want to play video games and eat food. Like
Yeah.
that's all that really mattered to me.
Yeah.
I was like, just want to, like, you know, if I got like a poutine and a double cheeseburger, I was happy, right? But like then
Yeah.
like I was like, no, I want more. Like like it's not like, and I also like knew like living that lifestyle was super unhealthy, right?
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember during COVID, like I was like I would like pig out and
Mm-hmm.
then get like chest pains, and I'm like, man, I'm like 19 years old and I'm getting chest pain.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like 270 pounds. Like this
Right.
is not good.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's
So
like
it's
I
like
was
a
like
wake-up
I
call.
yeah, it's like I knew something like had to change.
Mhm.
Of course, like I knew that like you know being overly overweight is not good, like in general.
No,
Like
for sure.
just in
Yeah.
my personal opinion, like for your health,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
there was definitely like mentally, like it's not like bad for your mental health, right? Like
Right.
like if you're okay with it, like it's totally fine. Like there were some ways where like I was happier too, right? Like
Yeah.
when I was a bigger guy, but like for your physical health, it's definitely like, you know, comparing now to then, like
Yeah.
I just feel so much like healthier, so much better. My
Yeah.
body just like everything just, life is just, the quality of life has gone up significantly
Yeah.
just because of like, you know, I don't have to carry like another 100 pounds on top of me, right?
Right. Right.
But yeah, so it's like going back to like, you know, when that mindset shift started taking was like, yeah, I gotta take care of my health. I really respect like just the way that athletes live their life. I respect athletes, like, you know, like I said, as a kid, Ronaldo is like an icon for like Portuguese kids, and he's like his work
Absolutely.
ethic is like ridiculous, right? So it's like that's always been a like an icon and idol for me, right? Like, you know, just the way that he's so, it's like the regiment, like, you know, the training regiment, and like, you
Yeah.
know, always putting in a little bit of extra work, and
Yeah.
you know, pushing yourself, like, you know, just being the best that you can be, right? So it's like that kind of like, you know, it really was like ingrained, you know, as I was
Yeah.
growing up, right? Like just having that like that idol,
Mhm.
and then like I wanted to just like apply that into my own life.
Yeah.
So you know, it was just little things that slowly started to build up. And then I just like, you know, started going to the gym, and then I was playing sports like football. And then
Yeah.
like, it kind of like, it made me, it just kind of like slowly pushed me towards the path of just being more active, and like
Yeah.
just
Yeah. Yeah.
wanting to like, just, you know, improve certain aspects of my life, like in like physically and stuff. Right.
Right.
So, yeah, I started going to the gym more.
Mhm.
And then I made it a point where like I just wanted to first get good at the gym,
Yeah.
because the eating was like where I like, even now I don't love to eat. I live to eat.
Yeah.
Okay. Like if I know if I know I got like a steak in the fridge, and like I'm gonna cook it at the end of the night with like some, like, you know, some baked potatoes or something,
Oh,
I'm like
yeah.
looking forward to that all day.
Yeah.
You know, like I like
Yeah.
like I love, like, oh, I just
Yeah.
I love food.
Oh, it
Like,
sounds
it's still,
great.
it's still a passion. Like I love to cook. I love to eat.
Okay.
Right.
Nice.
But like before, it was just on a scale where it's like not healthy at all.
You're
Right.
right.
And
Yeah.
there was no control or anything,
Yeah.
but it's like it was still like a passion of mine. It was still
Yeah.
something that I really enjoyed. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
first, I just wanted to build the habits of like going to the gym and being active, and making that just a part of my life. Like it's not like something that like I'm doing for a little while. It's just, it's part of my life now.
Yeah.
Like it's just, I have to do this. It's just something that I do.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
keep, like, you know, you wake up, you brush your teeth, you shower.
Yeah.
I
It's
go to
just
the gym.
It's a normal.
It's just part of like,
Yeah.
you
It's
know,
part of
I
the
need to do
everyday
something
thing.
physically.
Yeah.
It's just, it's lifestyle, right?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So I wanted to build that first. And then eventually I got, you know, I started like filling out with muscle, and just, I was feeling more confident. Like little physical
Yeah.
changes were happening, but I wasn't like losing significant
Right.
weight.
Yeah.
And then eventually, I started, I was always interested in like combat sports, but
Yeah.
I never really did it. Like I did taekwondo when I was a kid, right?
Yeah. Oh, I
But
did
like
too.
I was
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
I was always interested in like
Yeah.
martial arts and stuff.
Yeah.
So I went to this MMA gym,
Mm-hmm.
and then I got really into it. Like they were more, it was more of like they did a lot of like physical conditioning, and
Okay.
and then technique as well.
Yeah.
But it was like that heavy like focus on like conditioning, and like like we would do like like let's say class would be an hour, like half an hour would be like all like physical conditioning, and then the other half would be technique. So
Yeah.
it's like, so I got really into training there, and then it was just like a different level of like pushing myself, because it was just like different than going to the gym, right? Like
Right.
you're doing a lot different movements, you're doing different exercises on a different, rep range
Oh, for
and different
sure.
scale, and it's just like
Yep.
it was different, but it started to like help me lose weight a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then eventually I was like, I really enjoy like just training. Like I really enjoy the sport. I like the aspect of like improving.
Mhm.
And like if I want to actually fully experience, if I want to fully experience it and I want to fully immerse myself in it, I can't do it at this size.
Yeah.
I can't put myself through like, a week of training and then expect to do it next week if I weigh like 250 pounds or 230 pounds,
Yeah.
220 pounds.
Right.
Like my body can't handle that,
Yeah.
especially at my size. Like I'm not like a big dude. Like I'm like 5'7". So like being 250 pounds at 5'7"
It's a
is
yeah.
it's a lot on the body, right? So it's
Right.
like if I put myself through a week of training at that weight, like my joints are killing me. I
Right.
can't even go to, like, I can go to work, but it's like I'm going to be moving slow. Like
Mhm.
I can't really, it's a lot to recover at that size, right? So wanting to fully immerse myself in it, like I was like, okay, I have to actually, this is the time now. Like I have a proper reason. I have like another passion,
Yeah.
right? That I can want to get myself into. So then the changes in the eating came. Like I just got on, like I was when I first started losing weight, I was on like a pretty strict like meal plan. Like
Right.
I was like measuring everything out with a food scale, like, you know like exact measurements of like rice, chicken,
Yeah.
veggies, everything, right? Like I ate the same stuff like every day.
Right.
And then like literally once I started doing that, and then I was conditioned to doing like martial arts training, like MMA at the time. Literally, like I'd say within 3-4 months, like complete different like physical transformation just based off of the eating and then just the training MMA. It was literally just like every week it was just like a drastic change. And
Awesome.
then
Yeah.
it was like I had never felt like that driven before to keep going, because there was always times where like I had, one week I would eat a little bit better and go to the gym, and
Yeah.
then the next week I would like fall off, right?
Yeah.
But it's like I had this purpose and I wanted to like fully immerse myself in that world, in that space.
Yeah.
And it just gave me that drive to keep going. And then just like seeing myself, like feeling myself improve what in the training and doing all this other stuff, it was also making me want to continue going.
For me, when I say I meet someone new, like and I think this stems a lot from my, my high school days of, not having that confidence, I guess. Um, I have my guard up a lot. Um, so like when I like, it's not that I'm a shy person, but say if I'm, when I meet someone new, like there's a good chance I'm not gonna talk to them that much.
I can relate. Same. Like I am not
Because
the person
I'm
like to
very,
open up.
yeah,
Hmm.
like, it takes me a
Hmm.
bit of time because I gotta kind
Yeah.
of see, what kind of person this person is.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
And there's no wrong with it. I actually learned something very recent. Like you gotta give everyone around you your book, and is your booklet is how they work with you and how they like treat you, same as you buy any new electronic things. It comes with a guide. Like give them your guide,
yeah,
and the
yeah,
guide teach you how to work this thing up. And then if you didn't work it up properly, you might burn that machine. You might burn that microwave. You have the guide, so give the people your guide so they
yeah,
know how they treat you. And
right,
also for other people, they should also give their own guide. Like, tell me, how can I work you up? How can I, how can I start using you without burning you? How can I be friends with you? Like, give me your own book. I need to understand it. Give me your, like, but if you're like just deeping down, I mean, just go into something that you don't know. You might break it. You don't know that person. You don't know
Yeah.
if that really hurt him, if he feels it, if he feels something is offended to him or it hurtful to him, and it might be like normal to you, but he did
Yeah.
not give it to you, so you can't put it on yourself.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even me, like I'm not that type of person who would approach people. Um, I don't know why. It's not being cocky or, I'm better than others. I'm not better than anyone. I don't have extra finger. But I would say like I'm a little bit shy and I feel sometimes I'm wild to other people. So
Yeah.
I kinda like keep myself down. Like I need to understand the environment around
Yeah.
me. I don't, yeah,
Yeah. Well,
I don't know how
I'm the
you feel
same.
about it.
I'm the same
Yeah.
way in terms of where I don't really, you know, like you were saying, talk to other people, like, if they say they need help or something like that, right?
Mm.
It's not that I don't want to help, right? So like when you were saying that, I was like really like sort of seeing myself in that way as well, because I mean, because the way I think about it is, you know, I sometimes think that these people will be like, well, who the fuck are you? Like, why are you thinking that
Mm,
you're better than me just because, like, oh, like, like
yes,
even like now that I'm a boxing coach and I'm still a boxing coach here in the city.
you're an
um
awesome one. I
oh, I
would give it to
appreciate it,
you.
um but I mean, even the other day I was just taking a class someone else was coaching. But I had noticed that, or just, we were working just in groups. Like the coach had gotten us to work in groups, and at first I was like, because like we were in that environment, so I'm used to being like a coach in that way. But so I started, doing all these things and like started correcting little like bits and everything like that.
Exactly. It
And
come like
then
naturally. It
yeah,
does not come like,
but
like
then I
planned.
noticed, I'm like, oh shit, yikes! I gotta like explain to this guy, I'm not just some random person who thinks they know everything. I'm actually, a coach, and I mean that's not to say even though I'm a coach, there's a lot I can still learn. But,
You are.
um,
You are. Yes.
yeah, so yeah, it's the same for me, but I am getting better at it, and I think all those sort of like mental health remedies, I guess you could say, is it helps. I mean, like I too have also tried like journaling, like writing everything down. I think for me though, the hardest part is just like sticking to it. I have a very hard time doing something good for myself, like
I
if
hear
it
you.
requires effort, if that makes sense. So like if it's not something easy and comfortable and just yet like doesn't require that effort, it's like, oh yeah, it's like driving a
Sure.
car,
Yeah.
right? You know what I mean? Like, um but for something like journaling where you actually have to, take that time, get a pen, sit down with the paper and actually write something. Like sometimes I'm just like, I'll just be writing like nothing. Like, you know,
Same, same.
and
Honestly, I would be writing nothing. I would be like, oh, I woke up in the morning, I brushed my teeth, and then I would just stuck on that, like a writer block. What can I write? I don't know. And then
yeah,
I start to write on the paper. I don't know what I'm gonna write today. I'm just moving my hands, and I would write that. I
yeah,
would write
yeah,
it
yeah,
down. Like
yeah,
it would actually open up for me, and I would actually dive inside me, and I would write
yeah,
everything is actually inside me.
yeah,
And I don't know who said that. It was like an old saying about writing the problem is actually half the solution.
yeah,
Like any problem
yeah.
in your life, like you would just write it, let it out, and you would see it clearly instead of
Hmm.
just being spiral inside your
Well,
head.
it becomes like a physical thing at that point.
Yes,
It's now outside. It's more than just in your head.
yes,
So that's, I
100%.
can definitely see why it's it benefits for sure.
As a writer, so like I want to give some writing advice on here because talking about filmmaking, but like I've always started with the page. So I wanna just give some advice about the page to those writers out there, writer directors, because there's a lot of writer directors that. So sorry, this is a complete aside. When I was at TFS, you know how many people introduced themselves with their first and last name like it meant something? That's just so unbelievable, bro. Like, this is like, just tell me your first name. You don't need to give me like, yeah, I'm Jesse Roman. I'm Jesse Roman. Fuck off, bro. Like, this is not. It's not
so like
Just,
transactional. Like,
yeah, it's like okay, you're Quentin Tarantino. I understand. So what are we doing here?
Yeah.
But
big shot.
Yeah, just very condescending. But like, that's okay. Second piece of advice: when you introduce yourself, don't say your first and last name. Just say your first name.
Just your first.
Brad Pitt doesn't say I'm Brad Pitt. He says I'm Brad. I'm Will. Exactly. Whatever it is. But like,
right.
Don't. First piece of advice: hire Emery Woods. Second piece of advice. Introduce yourself with your first name only. Third piece of advice: when you're writing, stop thinking about writing a movie. I'm like completely pulling this out of my ass right now, but like, just this is the way that I approach it. When I sit down to write a movie, I'm not writing a movie. I'm creating a story. I'm watching a story in my mind and putting it on a piece of paper. I'm not writing a screenplay. I'm not writing a movie. I'm not writing a story. I'm not writing anything. I'm watching a movie. So sit down in front of your piece of paper. Forget about the fucking slug line, elevator pitch, all the fucking semantics and bullshit of writing and spacing and dialogue placement. Watch the movie in your head, put it on a piece of paper, and then put it into a screenplay format, because nobody's going to see that first draft anyways. You're not writing a movie when you sit down. You're watching a movie. And I feel like that's what a lot of people forget. That's when it comes naturally. That's when your beats hit when they should be. When I sit down and write, like, and just sit there and think about a beat, like, this needs to be the beat. This needs to be what happens right at this point in this script. It's not gonna fucking happen, because it's not organic. When you sit down in front of a blank piece of paper in front of your screen and you say, I'm gonna watch a movie right now, and you just write what's going on in your head, and you let it come out. The beats hit every single time. There's no hesitation. There's no anxiety. There's no, that doesn't sound right. It just comes out and it makes sense. And that's like the piece of advice that I would give to writers. Like, as somebody who is proud of their catalog and does write consistently, and I just think that people get hung up on the semantics of writing and the idea of, like, am I writing right now, instead of just making a movie, like watching a movie come to life on the page and just being as excited. If you're writing something, you're doing something right. If you're writing something and you write a sentence and it catches you off guard and you're like, damn, that's really cool, or like you get really excited about a sentence or a scene or like something your character says, it's because you're watching that movie in your mind. You're feeling it in real time. And when you're like laying out your film on a fucking beat chart and doing whatever it is you're doing to like make sure your film follows perfect structure, when you sit down to write it, you're not going to feel it. And that's when the emotion comes out. The emotion comes out when your pen writes a period, or you hit the period on your computer and you're like, damn, that sounds really cool. Right. I'm really proud of that, or I feel really good about that. That's when the emotion comes out. It's not in your beat boards. It's not in your structure map. It's not in Save the Cat, which is sitting on your fucking shelf. It's just experiencing that movie in real time for the first time when you sat down in front of your computer or your piece of paper and you decided to write it. And that's what I would say about writing. That's how you should feel about writing.
You you still act, you still do on all the things. I know one of the a couple weeks ago you had said you'd gotten the opportunity to go on a set, which I
would like to kind of dive into that. How did that go?
It was a long day, but
A long day.
yeah, we were outside and it was a hotter night, I guess. And this is actually kind of what I was just saying before, how it connects. It's a little bit of a story. You don't mind if I tell it?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Okay, so I was doing background on a French show called Ainsi va Manu years ago.
Okay.
And this girl, costume designer, was admiring my outfits. I don't know if you remember it. I like fashion, so
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so she was admired my outfits, and like I don't know if whoever's listening has done background before, they tell you to bring like 3 options of like clothing that you can bring. So I brought many different outfits and a lot of different styles of like different aesthetics, because it was a film of like, you're just playing like a high school student, and she admired my outfit. She even used my clothes to like dress other people, and she had recently messaged me because I said I ended that chapter saying like, hey, I seen you like my clothing, and if you have any opportunities that has to do with like costume design or on any future sets you're on, please let me know. Like I would love to be a part of that. And she messaged me recently and she's like, hey, can you help me on costume design? And it was on a future film. And yeah, it was a really cool experience. I got to work with like young kids who are actors, so that was really cool to see, because it's part of something I'm trying to embark on right now. And yeah, I'd never done costume design, so it was definitely a learning experience. But yeah, it was so much fun, and the catering was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always the best part, eh?
Was amazing. Yeah,
The food.
the catering was
Yeah.
amazing. And honestly, like people, like that's why I say actors are the coolest people. I find actors know a little bit about everything, because like say the sets they've been on, they've played a lawyer, a cop, whatever. Like you actually do learn
Yeah.
about these things while you're on set. And like I think I was
Yeah,
talking to
yeah.
someone who was a banker on set, and he was just talking about like all these really deep philosophical things, and I'm like, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
this is so deep. So I find like
Yeah.
if I had any advice to give for people on set, is I've been on so many sets, even just as background, like just trying to get my foot into the door. And you're on, you could be in waiting for like 4, 8 hours, just kind of waiting for, you understand?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You called on set. So try and talk to the people you're around, like despite if they're like 60, a little younger than you, like just connecting with people is so cool. And I remember I was listening for like a good hour, and he was just having this really like intellectual conversation. A lot of people sometimes assume that like if you're younger you can't enter those intellectual conversations. And I just took my time and really listened and kind of observed, and I'm like, wow, like these people are so neat, like the way they think. And I don't
Yeah.
know, it's a really cool room to just be in. So like my advice is to like, if you're in the room, take advantage of when you're in the room,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
every room is a networking space, and not just to like
Absolutely.
take advantage of it, but I don't know, just truly try and connect with people, and you learn things about yourself, about like, even if it has nothing to do with acting or being on set, and it could get boring when you're waiting on like an uncomfortable chair with like mediocre food, but set food has been really good recently. Like I actually post it every time, because like the only thing
Yeah.
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 Yeah, the set food was amazing. But anyways, I'm gonna stop talking about the set food. But yeah, it was a great experience. But yeah, just try and connect with people when you're on set, and
Yeah.
and make connections, because that's how I got this connection to be on set in Hamilton, with these
Awesome.
like this beautiful group of people. And yeah, I'm really
Yeah.
excited.
Not sugarcoating it, I am going to address the Charlie Kirk situation. I've heard a lot of difference in opinions. I've heard some people saying it's great because he was a terrible person. It's great that he got assassinated. While there's some people saying that that is an absolute tragedy. I was a huge fan of him. I'm not saying I was, just quoting some people out there. I'm kind of in the middle. And here's why. As much as me personally, Jordan Rance, I did not agree with a lot of what Charlie Kirk I mixed up said and stood for. That's what I was going to say next. Said and stood for. I didn't agree with a lot of what that stuff. However, he is a human being. He's a father, right? He's a husband. Now, not saying I don't care about his wife, but I really, really feel for his kids. Because politics aside, now that little girl, or his 2 kids, but I only saw more of his 1 kid, those kids now have to grow up without a father. And on top of that, those kids have to grow up without a father, knowing that their father got fucking shot in the neck right in front of them. I guess I shouldn't say right in front of them. I don't know where they were. I did hear they were at the event. I don't know. I sure hope that they didn't see it happen. But I mean, then again, there's the video that probably everybody in the fucking world saw. I saw the video, right? I remember the day it happened. You know, my friends obviously talking about it, right? And they're like, oh my God, there's a video. And I remember I was like, damn, I want to see the video. This is before I saw it, of course. Here I'm thinking it's going to be like, you know, because the original headline, right? I got a fucking alert from, I think this is the New York Times, right? The original thing was like Charlie Kirk shot at an event. They didn't say shot dead or fatally or whatever the fuck, right? They said shot at a thing. So here I'm thinking, oh, he just got shot in the arm or fucking, I don't know, just, right? So I was expecting to see, you know, like him run away and, you know, fucking whatever, right? I watched the video, and I'm not even going to say what happened because you probably know what happens, but Buddy did not get shot in the fucking arm, okay? And for those saying that he was, like, alive after that, I don't think so, right? Like, this is what I've said to a couple people. His heart may have still been beating. Oh, there goes the camera again. His heart may have still been beating, but like his brain, you can tell his brain shut off right the fuck away. Right away. Right? So if he survived it, he would have been not able to speak, not able to walk, like he would have been like nothing. You know what I mean? So like at that point, even if he did survive, you got to think about quality of life, right? Now, I have heard some people celebrate this. And here is why I think that is fucked right up. I will address a good point first. Charlie Kirk was a supporter, whatever the word you want to call it, of like pro guns, right? And yes, I am aware of the fact that he had once said that there has to be some gun deaths to keep the Second Amendment. So for those saying that Charlie Kirk deserved to die just because of his beliefs, not good. It's not good. And yes, I know it's a hot take, and like I said, it can be controversial because it's something that's important and it's something that people are very opinionated on. But that's the fucking beauty of having my own podcast, is that I have the freedom to express my opinion just like you do. Right? And obviously I'm speaking to anyone that maybe has a difference in opinion than I do. I am a huge believer in having an opinion, right? And I respect other people's opinions. I personally know people that support Donald Trump, and I do not. But that doesn't mean that I resent them as people. Because yes, of course, Donald Trump is just an absolute fucking loser. And it's unfortunate that there are some people, especially for people that I know, that support him. But listen, politics aside, right? I think we can leave it at that, right? Let's just leave politics out of it then. Yes. It's a hard topic to talk about because, you know, there's a lot flourishing around, and like I said, the difference in opinion. I'll talk about something else still pertaining to all this, but like another sort of point
that someone made. And keep in mind, this point was, it came from someone who did not support Charlie Kirk, but at the same time did not condone his death, his assassination. I don't know who said it, I can't remember, but they said, if you would like gun violence to end, you cannot celebrate gun violence. Now, I don't know if it was word for word like that, but it's something along those lines. And me personally, like I said, I value everybody's opinion, and I sure as fuck hope that others value mine, because I fucking agree with that. If you want gun violence to end, why the fuck are you celebrating gun violence? I understand that Charlie Kirk was not the greatest person. Yes, he was racist. Yes, he had very particular beliefs that a lot of people didn't agree with him on. But he's a human being. And like I said, he's a father, and those kids have to grow up without a father now. It shouldn't have happened. It should not have happened. Right? I don't know. We'll just talk about your Three's a Crowd, and
yes.
I guess without giving any spoilers, kind of what's it about or what the story behind it is.
Yeah, so it's something that I actually started when I was in film school. The script started as it was like write a short film script as something that we did in one of our classes, and it started as that, and it was, the idea was fun,
right?
And I don't think this will give too much away, but initially it was called Pina Colada, like the song. Do you know the song Pina Colada?
I think Pina Colada, is that one?
Do you know what it's about?
Not a ton, no.
Okay, so that was it was called that because of what the song's about.
Okay.
And again, that'll kind of give a lot away. So if you know, you know. If not, you can do your research if you'd like.
Okay.
But
cool.
So
the people that know it, I'm sure they'll appreciate it.
That was the initial idea for the short film. I tweaked it to make it more interesting. So that's kind of like the first half of the film, and then the second half takes place about a year later. So it is, for anybody that doesn't know the story of that song. Again, I did change it a bit. So my story, Three's a Crowd, is about a guy and a girl. They're in their early 20s. They're dating. It's the guy's birthday. And the girl kind of brings him a surprise of sorts that he's unexpectedly not too happy about. And it kind of devolves from there. And that's like the first half of the film. And the second half takes place a year later. The guy tries to reconnect. And we see that things have changed a lot in that year span.
Very cool.
Yeah. So again, I'm not giving too many details, but it is funny. It's dramatic. I think the first half in particular is quite funny. I'm very proud of it. The actors that we have are very, very good. I think they're all have really good, really bright futures ahead of them. Like they know what they're doing, and so our two main actors, their names are Alan and Bo. I wish I could shout them out and give them their last names. I'm terrible with last names. I apologize to you guys. You guys are awesome.
Shout out Alan and Bo.
Yeah, they used to be roommates, but now and always just kind of friends. But now in this script, we didn't know that when we were casting them either, which was really funny to find out.
Cool.
So we had Alan in place because he was definitely by far the best male that submitted an audition or like a self-tape. And we were testing him out with a couple, chemistry tests with a couple other actresses, because we got a lot of really good ones. I was stunned, honestly. Some of these people that submitted were really, really good. And then so we did 2 or 3, and then Bo was the last one, I believe. and we got to her, and I was like briefly mentioning it to him, like who she was and whatever, and he's like, oh yeah, we were just roommates, like we just like, I was like, what?
Yeah.
So it's so weird.
Yeah.
But because of that, their chemistry in the film is incredible. Like,
awesome.
It's so good.
Did they ever date in real life, or
no? But
no. Okay,
a lot
so
of
they
it
just have that good.
Yeah, a lot of the movie is not them being like on a good page either. It's like a lot of like arguments and disagreements and that kind of stuff. So they had the friendship to be able to like have that fun banter. And again, it's supposed to be kind of funny. So like some of the banter is pretty outlandish and like over the top. So they had a great delivery to be able to do that. And like there was a couple times where we just kind of let them go. I don't know what will make it into the final cut. But some of the times where we just let them go and just like say whatever they had, or just the end of the scene, let them continue their dialogue because it kind of cuts abruptly in the script. Just so funny and so natural. Like, so I'm really grateful to have the two of them be as great as they were and have the chemistry that they did. And then we have like one more main, I would consider her main character. Her name's Kayla. She's also great. Again, I wish I could give the last name. I'll hopefully find it when I repost this. But yeah, so they were all just really, really good to work with. And I'm very grateful for that. But yeah, It's been a really fun process. It's very difficult. It's taken a lot longer than I thought it was going to take. Right. But I'm really excited for our final product. Yeah, we have one more day of filming that we're currently planning, but I'm hoping to have it done early next year, have a final cut, and be able to submit to some festivals and and do that kind of circuit and have people see it.
I'd love to see it whenever it's out.
You will know, and I will be promoting the absolute fuck out of it because I'm very proud. I'm very proud of it, and I'm very proud of everybody that's been involved and everybody that's kind of read the script along the way and helped me get it to where it is. A lot of challenges. I started. I had my first meeting with my assistant director. Sam. Shout out to Sam again. Terrible with last names. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm gonna keep feeling bad. But so I met up with her to talk about it in like mid-December of last year.
Okay.
And I had finished the script about 7 months prior to that. So this has been in the works for a long time.
I think also like at least a little bit. The way I think of it is like if something, especially if you're proud of it, but if it takes that long time, it's almost like it adds a bit more to it. You know what I mean? Right? Because you really put in the thought, you really put in the time, and like this is something that you passionate about, right?
Yeah, like absolutely.
Yeah,
and it's been so nice to have people on board that also like really care about it.
Yeah,
and like that was one of my big things when building a crew and building the cast was like, I'm not looking for people to just give me a bunch of praise, but I want you to care about the story. And if you don't care about the story, like that's not about me. Like I would also love edits to my script. But if you don't care about the story that we're trying to tell, then this isn't the place for you, and that's okay. Like that's completely fine.
Yeah.
But I'm so grateful to have just a bunch of people on board that give a shit about the story that we're telling, and are excited to tell it in the way that I want to, and the way that I've designed it to be told in. So it's very exciting to be near the end of our filming process again. We'll have one more day that we gotta get done.
Then it's post-production and off to the races.
Exactly. So again, hoping to have a final cut by early next year and be able to do some of the next year festivals, but we'll see what happens. Again, like you said there, the more time it takes, the more you get invested into it, and like the more I care about it. and everybody else around is the same. So I'm really appreciative to them, and I'm excited for the rest of the journey with it. Yeah, it's been great.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so in grade school we were assigned to write a story.
Yeah.
So I had 2 cats at the time. So I was like, so I don't know however old you would be, like in grade 6.
Maybe like
you'd be like
12, 13?
Like like 11, 12, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I decided to write a story about my 2 pet cats.
Okay.
So that's kind of like how this still continued.
Yeah.
Like in my head, I still had like these little like mini adventures like for kids like in my brain. Like, but also like with like the cartoons that like we grew up with like as well, which I'll also talk about in a second. Yeah. But I do have the book right here. I don't know if it's backwards on the...
Oh my goodness. This is the real deal. This is the real deal. Like you got that like published in like whatever formatted, whatever the word is. Like that's a legit book. Wow.
Yeah. So I had that published in 2019.
Very cool.
And it was me and my partner at the time.
Yeah.
So that was my husband, and this is me, and it's my dog. And she goes on a camping adventure.
That's awesome. Oh yeah. Did you put it in stores or like
it did originally like go like into like I could order like the book and whatever, and like there was kind of like a few complications actually because I self-published the book and it wasn't like a what is that called, like worldwide distribution
I get you. Like Scholastic, for example, like where they would
like that kind of a thing. It wasn't like that.
Right.
It was where you had to like either like order your own copies or like you had to pay a certain amount of money to like have them distributed like wherever, like in North America, like that kind of a thing. So that just kind of like basically I ran out of money and I couldn't publish it anymore. So
I can only imagine how like that's probably pretty expensive. It
was
right. Like even self-publishing itself probably would have been pretty hefty penny.
The actual publishing part of like the process was actually not that expensive. It was more the like keeping it going and like putting it out there kind of deal.
Yeah.
Which was more expensive, but then I was like, you know what? It was one of my dreams that I had always wanted to be a writer. I always wanted to be an author. I fulfilled that dream.
Yeah.
Let's continue to the next one, which was acting.
Yeah. So you're done with writing. You're master at writing, and now it's now it's on to the next. What's next after acting, or is acting the last stop?
Right now, acting is the last stop.
Right.
But I am still writing like little like scripts here and there.
Oh, very cool. Yeah.
Of I don't know if I should say because people might steal my idea, but
you can say it if you want. You don't have to. It's totally up to you. Just keep it brief. Don't share the entire story, but
okay. So basically, I want to make a cartoon, like TV show out of this.
Nice, very cool. Yeah. I could definitely see that being picked up by a kids channel or what have you. That's very cool. I need to know this right away. All right.
Okay.
No playing games here.
Never.
Was that dress black and blue or white and gold?
Oh my god. Okay. This came up at my work the other day, and back in 2015, before I give you my answer, I'll give you some context.
Okay.
Back in 2015, I didn't pay this any mind because I thought that half the people on the internet band together and were like, okay, we're going to gaslight everyone and tell them that we think that it's these two colors, even though it's obviously the other two colors. We're just gonna gaslight and rage bait everybody. So I had no interest because I'm like, I'm smarter than that.
You're better than that. Yeah.
The dress is black and blue, and if you say that it's white and gold, no, I'm leaving the podcast. I'm leaving. It's not white and gold.
I have to look it up. It's been a long time since I've seen it. Okay.
I remember seeing it, and I'm like, yeah, that's obviously so. But most of my coworkers are saying that it was white and gold, and I'm thinking there's something wrong with me, and I'm like, wait, you're telling me that this wasn't a lie, that you think that it's white and gold. But a lot more people, I'll admit, more people than not have said that they think it's not what I think. And I have a hard time being wrong because I am an older sibling.
Me too.
So I struggle with that, right? So you get it. So what color do you think it is?
Okay. What is... Oh my god, that's so fucking weird. Okay, hang on a second. Hang on.
Black and blue.
Hang the fuck on right a second. I'm looking at it right here. My eyes.
Mm-hmm.
That is white and gold. But when I do this and I'm looking at it through the fucking monitor, that's black and blue.
That's black and blue. Okay, so maybe I need to I'll have to start FaceTiming people and then showing it with another phone and being like, this is what I see. I've never seen the white and gold ever. Like, I was on my way. So by the way, it takes me 45 minutes to get to work. I was on my way to work the next day and I was staring at it for 45 minutes, playing with the exposure, just to see if I could see the white and gold. I really want to see it. I don't.
I more or less see it, but that was very weird. I saw black and blue right there.
Okay. Okay, so that's my secret. That's what I have to do to be right.
It all depends on the lighting. Yeah. You just gotta. It's perspective. That's what it is.
Yeah, and I asked ChatGPT because like she's my girl. I asked her. I said, why do people see white and gold versus blue and black? And it said that people who see blue and black are seeing the photo as overexposed. People who see it as white and gold are seeing the photo as shadowy and underexposed, which I thought was so cool because people who see it two different ways are so passionate about that they are right and there's no other way to see it. And I just think that's like really symbolic for a lot of things in life, but this one is one on the more fun sides of it.
Yeah.
It's just it's a safer debate. Yeah.
Do you remember the Laurel versus Yanni?
Yeah, I hear both.
Yeah.
I think
the trick with it, like genuinely speaking, I think it really depends, like for the black and blue or whatever, I think it depends on like the light you're looking at it in, because I noticed that if it's more like in like that shadow, I think, like I looked at a photo and it's like they had like one where it's like they cast a shadow onto it.
Yeah.
It looked black and blue, but then in the light it looked white and gold. But so for that I think is that, but then the Laurel versus Yanni, I think it just depends on the like the type of frequency you hear in, because I think if it's a higher pitch, I could be wrong, but I think if it's a higher pitch, I think you hear Yanni. But if it's a lower pitch, you hear Laurel. And when that was like trending, I remember hearing Laurel way more often. I don't know if that's anything to do with like sex wise, like male versus female, or like
could be.
I have no idea. Anyways.
Yeah, because I know too there was like the green needle in Brainstorm.
That one. See, that one
but if
really
I hear
trips
it,
me up. Yeah.
I say it in my head, I'm like, okay, green needle, and then I hear green needle, but then I say, okay, Brainstorm, and then I hear Brainstorm.
Yep.
It's the same.
Yep.
I don't know if you saw this clip. There was like a clip from Barbie Life in the Dream House.
Okay.
And Barbie has Ken wrapped up in this, like, what's that game you play? It's like a paddle, and like the ball is on a string, and you're like hitting.
I don't know what it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So Ken is like tied up in that, and Barbie's mad at him, and she's like ripping his clothes, and you can hear it two different ways. You either hear him say, "Oh, Barbie," because she like rips his shorts,
and he says like,
or,
"Oh,
fuck."
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
You hear both.
Yeah.
I can only imagine being like a parent and overhearing if your kid's watching Barbie Life in the Dream House, and you hear like, "Oh, fuck."
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that one. I kind of talking about how like Leonardo has kind of gone down the comedy route recently. I
particularly love that in actors just in general, when you see like a certain actor that's like does these type of movies and then they're in this like different movie that's like totally different from any other movie they've ever done. Like,
It's like a completely different genre.
Yeah. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Chris Pratt, there's a new movie with him coming out where it's more serious. And as you probably know, he's more into like sort of the kind of comedic stuff.
Comedic. He's been doing a lot of animation.
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah,
like kid stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember what the movie's called. Fuck, I'm terrible. But it's, and I don't think it's out either. I think I just saw the trailer.
Okay, sick.
But yeah, it was more like a serious, dramatic role, and I think that's just really cool to see actors doing that, because you get to see them in a different way that you haven't before, and it really tests you as an actor. It tests your ability to like expand your range and everything like that.
Exactly. Yeah. It gives a lot more depth. It gives a lot more range. And actors who can pull that off, like, oh my god! Like, I remember like trying to do different genres in Toronto Film School. Comedy specifically too. People don't realize this. It's so fucking hard. It's actually like it is one of the hardest genres to actually get into. If you're not naturally funny, if you're not naturally comfortable in front of that camera, you're not getting to where you need to be. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Which, I mean, and I'm going to say this next thing, and I'm going to preface by saying that I'm not trying to be like, all high and mighty and fucking I'm the best. But it does make me feel good that there has been many people that have said that I have great comedic timing. And I think that comedic timing is very important, because a lot of the times, and this, well, you can say this for fucking acting and just in general, but like, it's a lot of it's not so much about the words you're saying, it's more about like how you are saying those fucking words.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, and that's sort of what I mean about comedic timing, is that like you could be talking about something that wouldn't necessarily be funny, I guess, but if you just sort of perform it in that sort of specific way and time it properly, it can really change the tone.
That.
Yeah.
Like, to give like a visual, like Will Ferrell in any movie he's ever done, when he gets progressively angrier, somehow, I don't fucking know how, it gets progressively funnier. I think he's the only man that can actually do that on planet Earth, which is like you hear him like argue or get loud or whatever, and then as he gets louder, angrier, starts fucking swearing more. You're on your like you can't breathe. Like, I don't know how he does it, but like it's all about his timing. It's all about the way he portrays it. It's all about just the way it comes out. It's just so natural to him too, right?
Like Step Brothers, for example. What a fucking, oh my god.
And there's so many examples in that movie alone of where it just like where he does that, right? Like,
I rub my balls on your drum set.
Yeah, it's like, you're gonna write us a fucking check. Like, I don't. No, there's something about that man where he cracked it. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's something he learned along the way. I don't know if that's just how he is as a person and what he was naturally born with.
Yeah.
And
I think we all have that sort of like thing, that gift to us all, that you know,
that archetype, like that one. I get that. And with like our comedy, I think the timing was done so well. But also, like, I have to give congratulations to you when you did your own editing, like that. Like, it was 10 times funnier once I saw the final product of the Great Oreo Debate. Oh my gosh, that was a while ago too.
It was a while ago. I was actually like sort of hesitant to bring that up because, well, for multiple reasons. Because I don't know if you knew this, but I wrote that script in a matter of an hour at a Starbucks. It was literally like, I think the day that the script was supposed to be like due. I just fucking opened up the script writing software. What is that called? Final Draft or something like that?
Final Draft,
And I just
and just put magic on a page, man. Absolutely. It was so great.
It was so stupid though.
No, like, it was perfect. It's like, say your piece.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we are all self-critical, like anything we do. I mean, at least for me, like fucking, not that I'm like negative towards myself, but I just have this sort of standard to myself where like I just feel like anything I can do, I always ask myself, well, how did I do with that? Can I do better? And I think just for the fact that I just like whipped it up, within that hour, I feel like I could have done better. But that's not to say that it was bad. I did enjoy the process, and obviously like having you as the castmate, whatever the word is, it was that much better because like, and I wrote that scene when I was writing it. I had you in mind because I think we have that fucking dynamic of like the brotherly. Well, actually, I don't know if were we brothers or best friends. Do you remember?
Oh man,
I don't even know if we fucking.
But like, I just think like we were so like, honestly, like the vibes we were giving each other, like we kind of fed off of each other. You know what I mean? Like when we get excited about something, we just get fucking excited about something. When we get pissed off about something, we'll rile each other up about it. Like, I think that was always the dynamic we had, and I think that's both like brotherly love, and that's also just like a strong friendship. You know, where you can actually like, I don't know how to explain it. You know, you feel an emotion. And you don't know if it's right, but then you got your buddy over here amping it up to like an 11, and then you get fucking psyched. You know, I'm just talking shit. I don't know what I'm saying right now, but I would say we were definitely brothers, man. Like it did feel like that. And I appreciated being on that set so much. It was such a great time. I'm so glad I went down there.
Yeah.
But I wanted to say, people always say like they think they could have done better with their writing or their acting or performances, whatever. But I think if you take too much time, and I think if you think about it for too long, it starts to turn into something you didn't want in the first place. You know what I mean? Like you can put so much time and focus into one thing, and then it kind of loses its power.
Yeah.
So I think there is something special about finding comedy specifically in the moment.
Yeah.
You know, because if you think too hard on a joke, if you think too hard on anything comedic, it can ruin it.
Yeah.
So I think just writing it down, it made it what it was. It made it so special. But like it was like your typical like stoner comedy.
Yeah.
So great. It was so good.
Yeah. I loved it. I did enjoy it. I think so this is an interesting sort of topic that if that was, I guess you could say, real life, and say like that story continued, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, like the way we ended it was, didn't we split it or something like that? Which is so fucking stupid.
No, the way we ended it was I asked you to do like rock, paper, scissors or something over something else. Like we were debating over this Oreo cookie.
Yeah.
Over like who should get it or some shit. And then we were like, let's cut it. And then it's like, well, who's going to go get the fucking knife? So it was kind of like a bit of a continuation of us just debating over dumb shit.
Just a constant debate, just one after another.
Yeah. Man, if it continued.
Who would, like, and I know we didn't spend a ton of time on this scene, but who do you think was winning debates more? Or who would win debates more?
Oh, listen, like your character would win the debate, but my character wouldn't let it go. So you'd keep winning every argument, you know what I mean? But like my character just would not give up on it until he found something that made him win. But it would never come. You know what I mean? So there was always a debate. There was always something going on. I feel like my character would be a really good lawyer. But I think your character would just be like so simple, not simple, but like so to the point, and just obviously like in the right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun.